your journey with what you're doing and what God has planned for you. Good afternoon. It is Intentional Tuesdays. I hope that you are staying warm. I hope that you are clear of fires. I hope that you are clear of a whole lot of rain, a whole bunch of drama and stress. I hope that today is relaxing for you or less traumatic than yesterday. Hello, I am Penny Owens, and today we will be talking about trust. Simple and plain, trust. For those who have not been here before, this is Intentional Tuesdays, where professionals come to refresh their spirits and reset their intentions weekly. We're not going to just do this once a year because that doesn't work or go very far. We come here every single week so that we are clear, to make sure that we are in alignment with what we are supposed to be doing, spending our time on, helping those we're supposed to help, balancing the lives personally, professionally. We just want to make sure that we are ready so we don't have to get ready. So that's what we're here to do. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being present. And I'm happy to see you. Okay. Look, this thing it's blinding me a little bit here. I'm going to try to move it. But yes, today we are talking about trust. Trust is one of those things that you have to have. It's important. It is required and necessary to make decisions, take chances, and to try something new. You have to have a sense of trust. Let me move this. I have too much on my desk. You have to have a sense of trust to do everything. Okay. When we think about trust, we tend to limit it as just the people. I need to be able to trust you before I say yes, or before I cooperate or join you in an activity. It's bigger than that. You need to be able to trust where you're going, the location, the environment, not just that one person, the other people that are involved. You're going to think about yourself. Can you trust yourself in that environment? Can you trust yourself with whatever you're going to be exposed to? Trust it's multifaceted. It really is. It's not just as simple as just, well, I don't trust you, and that's why I don't do things with you, or I don't call you or involve you in my plans. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. Trust comes with an array of variations and people that come with making that decision of whether or not you trust or you don't trust. And I'm just letting you know, it's really complicated for the most part. The things that we have to take in consideration when we say, do I trust or will I trust, right? But it's also simple. It's complicated and it's simple. How is that possible? It's life. That's everything, if you've been paying attention. So it's complicated with all the things that we consider, but it is a decision of whether you will or you won't. When it comes to trust, there's really only one source you really should think about when you want to make that decision, whether you will or you won't. And that's God. It just is. Sorry if that is confusing for you. I'm sorry if you don't understand the concept. Let me explain it to you. There's one entity that has created you and all the things that you would experience in the world. So why not trust him? Why not just accept that there are things I cannot control? There's something happening much bigger than me, and I can't plan for it. I can't pretend to plan for everything. There's just a lot going on. Just accept it, because that's an actual very easy truth. It's an easy truth. I mean, really, do you know what's going to happen in 5 minutes? Do you know what's happening tomorrow? No, you don't. So why is it so complicated to just understand and accept that I may not control everything, that maybe everything is not about me? Maybe there's a collage and mosaic effort in life that includes maybe over 1 billion people and ants bugs, weather, animals. I'm just saying, there's a lot of different things that are happening in this moment simultaneously that we're not controlling on a regular basis. Yeah, it's true. You don't have control over pretty much everything. The only thing that you can control is yourself. So if you're trying to trust something, the only thing that you can control is yourself. So the trust definitely has to start there. If you have no understanding and no concept of exactly how God works, who he is, how he came to be, all of that, you should be at least able to trust yourself. Now, that's a deeper question. Maybe you're not ready to ask those questions. I'm just saying, maybe you don't want no real help, no real answer. Whatever that is, can you trust yourself? If you know that you're going to do what you said you were going to do in that environment, then good. If you know that you're going to practice your discipline and not do the things you said you're not going to do or have or experience in that environment, great. Unfortunately, when you can't trust yourself, you tend not to be able to trust others. Everyone has not done something to you to make you feel that way. Strangers, you don't know them, you haven't met them. So they have not proven themselves guilty before innocent. That's just not the case. So most often, our decision to trust or not starts there. Can you trust yourself? If you can't trust yourself to do what you said you're going to do, no, you're not going to be able to trust other people. And it makes sense. I understand why you might be a little worried, why this might be a little uncomfortable. Yeah, it makes sense. Because you're about to go pop locking and acting fool. That's just the truth. Or maybe you're not going to pop lock and act a fool. Maybe you're just not going to take full advantage of what the situation is presenting to you. That you're not going to ask the questions that are stuck in your throat, that are on your mind, that you really need some answers for, but your pride won't let you ask. You don't want to feel stupid. You don't want to feel less than. Maybe you're not going to take advantage of what this time and opportunity is presenting for you. You don't trust yourself to face your fear. There's a lot of different reasons that you may not trust yourself, but only you can ask yourself the necessary questions to figure out what they are, how they get there, and what can I do about it so that I can trust myself. You know you, right? At least you think so. I mean, you should. You're with yourself all day long. You should know yourself better than anybody else, better than anyone else. You should know you. You should know why you're doing what you're doing, why you're saying the things that you're saying. Why do you move and act and feel the way that you do? It's you. It's yourself. That's what self-awareness is about. You should know yourself better than anyone else, whether it's going to be a positive or negative situation, outcome, input. Okay? You should know that first because it's you. You came into this world one way and you're going to leave the one way by yourself. Yes, this counts even if you're twins. You had to take turns. You didn't just go, come on, let's just stay focused. Stay focused. You have you. The only thing you can control, the only thing that you really are going to be really worried about, the only things you're going to be really trying to protect at the beginning and the end of the day is yourself. So make sure that you do the inner work, the healing work, all those different layers for yourself so that you can be your best self, your strongest self, and live into your full potential so that you don't have to go back and try to figure out why you're missing steps. If you do that, then you'll find those underlining reasons for why you have trust reasons because it came from somewhere. We aren't born with trust issues. That is something that we are taught. That's something that we are conditioned for. That is for experience that we've had. We made that decision. We gathered that, okay? That was something, nature versus nurture. That wasn't nature. Okay? You're not born with fear. You are not born with a sense of depression and anxiety. Those are the things that we developed during time. Our spirits, may have different variations of everything, but that's not something that just runs your life from day one. It comes from something. Even if you don't know about it, you have to take the time to figure out what that is so that you can overcome it, so that you can be your best self and strong. Don't you want to just go full in? Stop putting your toes in the water. Jump in. The water's fine. It's time. It's time. So let's go ahead and get that done. Let's figure out why. Because you're going to need trust, and it needs to be strong. No, everyone that you come across is not trustworthy. I get it. I get it. There are people out there that they live their lives with negative intentions, okay? They live their lives purposely trying to hurt other people. But the true nature of what that is, or the volume of those amount of people around you on a regular basis, I don't know where you live at, hood or not, it's probably not as big as you think. I'm sure it's not. I'm sure it's not. With all the different people that you pass in a day, everybody's not out to get you. They don't even see you most times. So correct that in your mind. Correct the assumption that everybody is bad, because it's not true. If you go into the world looking for the negative people, then guess what? Your brain is going to do exactly what it's supposed to do, which is find the question that you have set in place. You're looking for negativity, it's going to find it. You're looking for people that you can't trust, you're going to find them. So make sure that you give yourself into a different mindset, so that your focal points are different, so that your awareness is different, and that you can have the experiences that you want to have versus what you're getting. Next, you want to make sure that you understand that there's so many different layers to what trust actually encompasses, that it's tiring and it's overwhelming, and you shouldn't be focused on just that, because that's not going to be beneficial for you. Are you really going to take the time to think about everyone that possibly is involved in the decision that you're making for the opportunity that is coming to you in this instant before you say yes or no, whether or not you are going to trust or not? It's impossible. It's absolutely impossible. So if it's impossible to actually informally take into consideration all the different variations that this decision entails, then let's just accept there are going to be blind spots. There are going to be parts of it you can't see, you can't predict, that you just can't plan for, that you can't be prepared for. Accept it, because that's what it is. So now you can move forward. You still have a decision to make. Trust or not. How does it feel to you? Just on a very simple level. Let's forget about how complicated it is and how many different variations and all the things I don't know. Let's just keep it simple. How does it feel? Do you feel worried and afraid? I don't want to. This doesn't feel like something I should be doing. That's called discernment. If you're getting flags about whatever decision that you have to make for yourself, whether I will or won't trust, if you feel uncomfortable, that is called discernment. That's not even confusion. That's really, really simple. If that's how you feel, then don't. On the other hand, just being simple, how does it feel? If it feels like there's an opportunity, if it excites you, if this is something that you think you want to try and you're not getting all the same flags, then do it. That's discernment as well. You don't feel all the different things that would make you feel like, I don't think I can trust the situation. I don't want to. I'm just, I'm not feeling it. That sometimes comes later when you start thinking about it too much. And if that was not present initially, then it probably doesn't exist. You're probably good to go. You're okay. Discernment does work that fast. It is quick. We know right and wrong before we understand why we felt that way. So let that guide you. Trust yourself. Trust that you know better. Trust that you know when something's wrong. It doesn't take a lot of thought. You don't have to go, let me think about this real quick. I'm gonna take me like 15. I'm gonna call you tomorrow. It doesn't take that long. When something's wrong, it's wrong, and you usually know pretty quick. And even if you're afraid and you just don't know what to expect, but you just, I think I should leave that too. You're going to be just fine. Trust yourself and trust that you know what's best for you. And trust, guess what? If you get into a situation or you say yes to trusting someone or an opportunity and you just take that chance, if it feels uncomfortable at any point, exit stage left, like get out of there. All you have to do is say no. Getting out of situations half the time is just a decision away. It's just that simple. So trust yourself better. Trust yourself to know, I know when to say yes and I know when to say no. Trust yourself to understand, I will be able to recognize when a situation has changed since the time of decision, okay? And once you see that, then you make a new decision. That's called life. Things transition, things evolve. That is a part of it. Nothing that you make is supposed to just last forever. It's supposed to be long term or short term. You don't know the season. God knows that. You don't know how long this is supposed to be in your life. You don't know how long you're supposed to be tied to this decision that you're making, but you want to make sure that you trust yourself through the whole part. Trust yourself. If you can't trust anyone else, trust yourself. It doesn't matter what's happening down the street. Here in my house, what are you going to be doing? How are you living your life? How are you making your decisions for yourself and your loved ones and the strangers around you? It doesn't matter what you see on the news. It doesn't matter what's going on down the street or in the next office. What are you doing? Like I said, that's the only part that you can actually control. The only person you can truly trust, really, outside of God, the only person that you can truly trust is you. So how well do you trust yourself? Be who you said you're going to be at all times. Be careful what you choose. I'm just saying, be careful what you choose. But be who you said you're going to be. Show up for yourself the way that you said you are going to show up. It does not matter. It doesn't matter if other people aren't receptive to it. It doesn't matter if they don't appreciate you, if they don't see you for who you are. That is their problem. And that's who they mess up. They're missing out on the greatness of who you are and what you bring to the table. Be consistent for yourself. This is about you. It's your life. That's how that works. You're going to pass others. You're going to just overcome a lot of different obstacles. You're going to get rid of a bunch of people. I'm just saying that's also a part of life too. But it's your life to move forward, to continue. So trust yourself. And for the things you don't understand, the timing you don't get, that you're just so impatient for, is just, why is this taking so long? Trust God with, because He in charge of that part, okay? That's over your pay grade. I'm just saying, it's over your pay grade. So stop worrying about it. The sooner that you give trust to God, you give trust to yourself, you are not going to be as worried about all these things that surround you. The things that are trying to get on your nerves from the time period that you wake up to when you go back down. There's always going to be something. There's always going to be something there that's trying to stress you out, to make you doubt yourself, to make you change your mind or make the wrong decision. God uses it all. It's all a learning opportunity, but just be clear on who you are, what you're doing, and why. Trust, 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 trust. Trust you. Trust God with everything else. So just going about your business. I'm just saying, don't you have plenty of other things to do today? Don't you have plenty of things to do tomorrow? So don't waste time on confusion. Don't waste time being unsure. Don't waste time just wondering, like, how is this going to play? I don't know when, and I don't know how. I don't know the what ifs, the whereabouts. I know in class we were taught, to have the 5 W's, right? When, who, why. Yes, you can think about it. But when you don't know, guess what? Then that's just the fact you deal with and accept for today. I don't know. I'll keep trying to look for answers. I will keep making sure that I am aware of the areas I'm not quite sure in so that I can be receptive for when those answers show up. I'm going to continue learning. I'm going to continue trying. And that's it. That's it. I know that sounds like crazy easy, right? It's easier said than done. It takes time. But I promise you, it is that simple. Now, it is a daily, hourly struggle sometimes. You have to continue to make sure that you strive at just trying. You want to just try. Let me put this over here. You just want to try. Leave yourself open for answers to questions that you didn't know you had. Leave yourself open for new experiences. Leave yourself open for saying yes. Yes, I'm going to take the chance. Yes, I'm going to trust. I'm going to just go ahead and try blindly. I'm just going to say yes and appreciate this. And we're just going to see where this goes. Open yourself up to newness, because just the way you think that it's going to be bad, there's a 50% chance that it's not. Don't just focus on the negative so much that it stops you and you're wondering why things aren't changing. You're wondering why you can't seem to get past this one threshold in your life. Even when you're overly successful, there's always something where you're just like, I can't seem to make it past this one point. What is keeping me from just climbing over this part of this hill? I just cannot seem to push forward. I'm being blocked. I don't understand why. Be happy that the time is slowing down for you so that you can ask yourself and get some true answers. What's happening? Why is this my threshold? Why is this the cap? What is going on? I want to do more, but is there a problem? And is it trust? A lot of times it is. If you can't trust yourself, why should somebody else? Yeah, I said it. It just makes sense. If you can't trust you, then why should someone else trust you? And if you know for a fact that you don't know everything, then why are you lying to everybody else acting like you do? You can't control half of the stuff they come to you and ask questions about. Things that people look forward to you to do, like they just hold it. It's in your job table. Sometimes it's not in your job title. Like, you don't know everything. So don't pretend like you do and accept it. Like, it's fine. It's not for me. I don't know. Like I said, it's over my pay grade. Okay? It's not my job description. And leave that for the one who can handle it, whose it is in his job description. That is the Lord. I'm just saying, it doesn't have to be complicated, and you should be happy to take that stuff off your chest and your shoulders. Life is heavy. We tend to carry on a whole lot of things that we don't need to. God is right there telling you, let that go. Drop it. Why are you holding that? That's not yours. That's not for you. So let him have it. Okay? Let him have it. Take the break and focus on what's important and the things that are for you, that for you to experience and to enjoy, and the blessing that you are. I'm so excited. I really, really just want you to be confident. Everything you need, you have. You've been doing in so many different forms. It has a different language. You just don't recognize it all. But trust yourself. Trust you know you better than anyone else. And trust God with the rest. Enjoy yourself. Enjoy today. Enjoy tonight. Any means necessary. Life is complicated. There's a lot of things going on that I know it's not pleasant. But you're here. You're still here. You're still needed. You're still loved. You still have things to do. And God wants you to understand that the peace is yours too. So trust him to give it to you. And enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. Blessings to you all. And keep your peace. Okay. Keep fighting, guys. You are doing great. See you next week. Bye.